Hello once again, people of the internet. I have returned. Today I'm going to make a video about going on holiday after losing my hearing. So last week we went to Edinburgh, and this is the first time I've been on holiday for quite a while due to current world circumstances. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you kind of how it went, what I noticed, what it was like. So we went on a plane. We did a kind of a domestic flight from London, and the plane was fine. The security was also fine. I've heard some horror stories about people going through airport security, and my mum and brother actually witnessed one a couple of years ago. They were going through airport security in Cyprus, and the security person told a lady in a wheelchair to get up out of her wheelchair, which was obviously a bit weird. But I didn't have anything like that. Everyone was good. On the way back, I went through the thing, and apparently it beeped, or they wanted to put me through the other scanner or whatever. And they did. They kind of demonstrated what to do. Like I said, I'm deaf, so you're gonna have to. So they took their masks down. They kind of demonstrated, so that was fine. Once I've got a cochlear implant, I won't be able to go through the scanners though. But at the moment I can, so it's fine. So just to be aware, if you've got a cochlear implant, you're supposed to be given a little card, and you don't go through the scanner. The plane journey was alright. Along with losing my hearing, I've also kind of lost some of the balance function in my ears. I'm not sure exactly how much yet, because I've got to do a proper balance assessment thing. That's kind of in a couple of weeks. I've got a balance assessment, and they'll then be able to tell me, how much I've lost. But I think I've lost quite a lot, because I've got oscillopsia, which is where I can't keep my eyes still while my head moves. When I'm walking, everything kind of looks like it's moving. It's not like vertigo, it's a different kind of movement. But it means I get really, really motion sick. So on the plane, I was quite sick. I wasn't actually physically sick, because I made a point not to eat anything the whole day before that to try and stop me being sick. And yeah, so that worked. But I did feel quite sick. And then once we were in Edinburgh, we did a ghost tour, which was really good. They tried so hard to make everything as accessible as possible. It was to go. You kind of do a walk around the city, and then it goes into the underground tunnel sort of thing. And everyone had clear visor things on instead of masks. And they gave me a little thing, so they were wearing something around their neck, and everyone else had one with headphones. And they gave me one that had a special thing that was supposed to help, allow you to use it with hearing aids. But whoever designed it clearly didn't quite know how a hearing aid works, because on a hearing aid, the microphone is kind of on the bit behind your ear, and there's no sound it can't pick up sound from the ear mold. But this thing kind of had a speaker going over your kind of ear hole, and then a bit going to hold it on around the back of your ear, which did discernibly nothing. I only had it on one side, and I didn't hear anything more on that side than I could hear on this side. I cannot work out what on earth it did. maybe it wasn't even working, maybe it wasn't even turned on. I couldn't, it did nothing. And then when we went underground, it was really dark, which again isn't good if you've not got a great sense of balance. And they kind of held candles up like under their face to make it like spooky when they're doing a ghost tour. I still couldn't understand what they were saying, to be honest. Then we went to Stirling Castle. We hired a car and went to Stirling Castle, and that was really good. But they kind of had some performer people, and they were wearing masks, and I didn't like speak to them and tell them to take their masks off or anything, because I was, I'm a bit shy. I don't want to like make a scene, and I don't want people to think that I'm like, trying to get attention, because that's really not what I'm doing. And so they all had masks on, so I didn't really understand what was going on. And also they had these signs, like these social distancing sign. It was like, please keep one unicorn between you, and please keep one baby unicorn between you. And can you think of a more abstract method of measurement? Like, it's just so bizarre, but that's besides the point. We then went on a boat trip to Loch Lomond. That was quite good. It did have like an audio tour thing, but apparently the audio was really bad quality. My parents couldn't even understand it, and they've got normal hearing. And they gave me like a little leaflet thing with the transcript so I could read it. I didn't actually bother reading it because I felt a bit sick. So yeah, again, I felt it was flat calm and everything. I just still felt really motion sick because that's just the way it goes. Yeah, it was good. The restaurants were kind of stressful because obviously with background noise I can literally hear nothing. So loads of most of the time I just kind of didn't really know what was going on, and when the kind of waiter kind of came up to the table, I didn't always notice them coming until I saw everyone else look, and then I'm like, oh, okay, someone's there. And yeah, that was kind of stressful. And obviously if you like ask for, so if you're like ordering something and they're like, oh, do you want like a side salad or chips or whatever, then I don't know what they're saying, so then I have to kind of ask someone else. And obviously the waiter doesn't always kind of know what's going on. Like, they might just think I'm really stupid. And because obviously it's not obvious that I can't hear anything, because I speak normally, and I've got hearing aids, but like loads of people have hearing aids, and it, I think sometimes it just doesn't quite connect, so people end up having to kind of explain things to me, and it's just really, really embarrassing. The Royal Yacht Britannia, that was good. Went to that. They had an audio tour thing, but obviously I didn't do it. They did have an option for like a British Sign Language video that you could watch for the tour, which is great if you know British Sign Language. If you know about 20 signs and are trying to learn it, it's probably, I don't think there's going to get much from it. But I didn't actually get the option to ask for it, because even if I did want it, because when they were asking if you wanted the audio tour, the guy had a mask on, so I didn't know what he was saying. So my dad just took an audio tour thing and then was just like, oh, don't worry, come and follow me. So I didn't actually get the chance to ask for it, even though I wanted to. He was like, just come on. So I did. So even if I did want it, I didn't really get the chance to give it a go. So I can't vouch for how good that is. We also did like a bus tour thing, and again, you were supposed to have headphones that you plugged in and like listen to the tour. I didn't. I just sat there. So I mean, it's still nice to kind of go around in a bus and enjoy the city, but I didn't really get much from it. Other than a really annoying thing. My dad, he tries very much to kind of include me and stuff, which is good. But like, with all the audio tours, he would kind of relay his kind of interpretation to me, which kind of only made sense if you could actually hear what the actual tour was. It's like on the Royal Yacht Britannia, he was like, that is the royal deck where the royals stand. It's like, great. What an exciting revelation. That's the bit where they stand. So I had a bit of some of those, which wasn't actually very helpful. So yeah, that's about it. The main thing that I struggle with, which is a non-issue really, but I hate feeling like the centre of attention or like I'm making a scene. So most of the time I just felt really, really embarrassed. Like, people are talking to me and I have no idea what they're saying. And in kind of restaurants and everything, I just feel so embarrassed. And on the ghost tour thing, when I was trying to get the thing on my ear that was supposed to help me hear the tour, like my mum was kind of there like, oh, she's deaf, and they were like trying to push me to the front so I could see, and it's like, I don't want to be at the front. I don't want people to kind of, I don't want everyone to look at me, I'm not the kind of person that wants attention. But sometimes I know that's more of a me problem. No, to be honest, like it's not like anyone really cares, but I just don't want to feel like I'm the centre of attention in any way, shape or form. So that's kind of the biggest issue, is I don't want to feel like I'm making a scene or like I'm being dramatic, which, I'm not, but, I think because it's not obvious to other people what's going on, I just feel a bit self-conscious. I don't want people to get the wrong idea or, think there's something, especially if it's like someone that's got a foreign accent and doesn't speak English very well and I can't understand them. I don't want them to think that's like because of their English or something. So I don't want them to feel embarrassed when it's me, it's because I can't hear. Just things like that. I just don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or or them just get the wrong idea of the situation. I'm just rambling at the moment, so I think that's enough. I think that's time to end the video. Thank you everyone who watched my last video. It was like 500 people or something, so that's quite a lot. I guess I'll keep them coming. Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye.